Good Monday to you, Chief Meteorologist Wes Wyatt. Thanks for staying with us here for First Alert Weather Extra, streaming on the weather app and our over-the-top channels. You can find our streaming app on Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Download that app and help spread the word. First Alert Weather Extra tracking some storms tonight. The rain is back for parts of the area. Let's get you over to First Alert AccuTrack radar. The next thing we are monitoring at this point, we had some strong storms earlier. We had the map up on television highlighting some of those strong storms over Lamar County. Those have weakened quite a bit. But what we're looking at, we got a boundary in here, and out ahead of this, actually, there's a gust front where the temperatures are dropping. We've got 80s, and then where it's raining, there are 60s right now, so it has cooled off quite a bit. First Alert meteorologist Lauren Linehan behind the scenes here operating the radar controls, and we're going to do a little bit of analysis, go in and show you where some of the heaviest rain and the stronger storms are at the moment. And I want to start out around Utah, because I know we're still cleaning up here from some of those severe storms and that tornado that impacted this part of the area. And I just want to let you know this is non-severe, but there could be some wind gusts in here, 30 to 40 miles per hour with this storm. And we'll get in really close and show you some of the roadways where the heaviest rain's falling right now between Clinton and Utah, right there along Highway 14. Interstate now, some heavy rain. There's going to be some slowdowns, so be extra careful. You may want to wait and let some of this pass on by. Looks like some of that heavier rain also extending back towards Bolagee here in Greene County as well. So the next hour, this looks like by far the strongest storm that we have on the radar. Maybe some small hail with this. Tuscaloosa, we got some rain happening around York, some lightning producers. But let's get into T-Town and check it out. Looks like that rain's made it to the downtown area, right there around the amphitheater and the Tuscaloosa Country Club and back towards University of Alabama. The leading edge of the rain, again, non-severe, but there could be a cloud-to-ground lightning strike, so you want to be inside. Notice actually right there north of Coker. See, we're detecting where there were a couple lightning strikes over the past 15 minutes. So right in there, a few dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning strikes. If you are out around Lake Tuscaloosa, probably not a good time to be on the water with the storm tops nearby. May want to play it safe, just let this pass on by. But these storms are tracking towards the east. And you go north of here, the line's really broken up, but there's still some pockets where we have some cells. Northern Tuscaloosa County, you can see around Concord and Jasper. Showing some rain happening around Parrish here in Walker County. Nothing too extreme, but the northern end of the line has weakened quite a bit. Around Smith Lake out here, we had some stronger storms, but just some leftover rain, and that's tracking towards Coleman at the moment. So we look at the next 60 minutes. We'll walk you through that forecast radar across the entire area, and basically, if you're anywhere along the leading edge of this line and behind the leading edge, there still could be some showers, some post-frontal precipitation. We have a front moving in. It's going to take a little while for this cooler air this evening to settle in across the area, but there's still a chance that there could be some development that happens as that air moves on to the east, the cooler conditions. But notice the next hour, we're seeing greatest impacts west of Interstate 65. Later on tonight, we could see some showers and storms make their way a bit further east and towards Birmingham. And in the morning, I think a lot of the rain we're going to be tracking will be across south and eastern areas. Let's check out the forecast radar, Lauren, from Columbus. Let's bring that one up the next 60 minutes. We'll go to the GWX site and check that out. Let's run that out the next hour. And you can see there again, the model data is really struggling on how much of this is going to hold together, but it does show some of that rain around Gardendale. Notice around 734. So hopefully some of this holds together. This necessarily isn't a bad thing. I mean, we need some rain to kind of settle some of the pollen. We've got a lot of gardens going in right now, so I know we're looking for a little wet weather to help us out. So that's the first little wave of rain that's moving in from the west. Here's a look from Jasper, and looking at the pavement there in downtown, looks like we did get some wet weather here. 68 degrees. Actually, that temperature really dropping off. It was 88. We checked it earlier. Now we're down to 68 degrees. Look at that. Winds west at 5 miles per hour. This is the view from Red Mountain looking back to the west direction. 81 degrees, and those tall clouds. I noticed some of those storm tops over 20,000 feet back across West Alabama. So we're seeing some of those high upper level clouds associated with those storm tops back to the west. You can see that from Birmingham. And we're seeing some scenes there. That was from Red Mountain. And one of our weather watchers, actually Ryan Carty, shared one of the photos See if I've got that for you here. This is from Hueytown, and you can see that cirrus cloud associated with the anvil off of some of those storms across West Alabama. You can see the sunshine filtering through that, but those were the tall clouds with those storms across West Alabama as seen from Jefferson County earlier this evening. But some rain and storms out there. This is going to be with us through tomorrow morning, and then the next phase of this system is some colder weather. We could see upper 30s and 40s by Wednesday morning. We're going to talk about that coming up here on First Alert Weather Extra, but there's a lot more on the way. Flea and tick season, we got a report on that, and we go beyond the 7-day forecast. We got the pollen forecast, a lot of events happening as we check in with Mickey. You are watching First Alert Weather Extra. Stay with us. The next big thing gives you a heads up days ahead of the next big storm system. The next 24 gives you the most accurate and updated look at tomorrow. And the next 60 gives you a 60-minute advantage against Mother Nature. Knowing what's next, days, hours, or minutes away, this is why we First Alert.
When we declare First Alert Weather Day, it's all hands on deck. We're on your side and in your hand with the First Alert Weather app. While Wes and the rest of the team track changes moment to moment, the app keeps you prepared and safe with video and alerts for your neighborhood. And if the power goes out, no worries, you can stream us anywhere. It's easy and it's always on. Stay ahead of Alabama weather. Just scan and tap and have the First Alert Weather app. This is why we First Alert.
On Good Day Alabama, we treat severe weather with the highest priority. It's more than just meteorologists. Everyone plays a part. Having more reporters in more places takes you beyond the First Alert, showing you the impact that we see on radar. We're live in your neighborhood when you need us. On air, online, and on the app. That's the advantage of having the most reporters on your side. That's the advantage of Good Day Alabama.
Our lives revolve around planning for what's next, like the next ball game.
One hot dog with ketchup? It's the same with weather. That's why we're on your side with the next big thing, the next 60, and the next 24. Knowing what's next, days, hours, or minutes away.
This is why we First Alert. Who puts ketchup on a hot dog?
Getting live breaking news and local updates has never been easier. That's because we're on your side with the WBRC streaming app. Need updates between newscasts? You can catch up quick here. And when we're live on TV, we're live here too. Just search WBRC on your Roku, Amazon Fire, or Apple TV. WBRC Fox 6 News is on your side.
Well, as I mentioned before the break, hopefully this rain helps to settle some of the pollen. The tree pollen levels still very high right now. I want to get an update. Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Daniel.
Well, here's one reason why you might be suffering a little bit later on. One thing we've been watching with some of the information, this is from Climate Central, indicating consecutive days above freezing in Birmingham. And we're noticing we're starting to warm up a little bit earlier and staying warmer a little bit longer. So our last freeze in Birmingham was March 13th, so it's been a while, and so we've had several days for, of course, the flowers and trees and all that to bloom. So we're noticing since 1970 an increase of over 23 days of longer amounts of time to maybe see more pollen. And of course, the more carbon dioxide, the more warmer it gets, the more likelihood you're going to have to suffer with more allergies. So if you are one of those people, I'm one of them. Yeah, you're probably feeling it. So just wanted to let you know how that works out, and that seems to be the trend over the past several decades. I do have some good news, though, in the short term. I think we've really peaked out with our highest pollen counts over the past month or so. And as we go into tomorrow, the pollen count might lower just a little bit. Why? Well, we're going to have a little bit of rain move in this tonight into tomorrow morning, and that should help wash out some of the pollen in the air. Oak, juniper, and sycamore, some of those pollens that are out there, and the weeds pollen a little bit on the moderate side as well. So just want to give you that first alert through there. So here's a look at that first alert sneeze meter. So not too bad going into tomorrow. It'll go up a little bit in that medium to high range as we go into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But I think those extremely high ranges might be just from yesterday, so that's some good news. And if you are wanting to plant some of those flowers, obviously no signs of any freezing temperatures over the next several days. I doubt we're going to see any freezing weather at this point, but we're looking good for the next several days. If you want to plant some flowers, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, green looking good, staying dry, temperatures warming up into the 80s, and then maybe some rain chances moving in as we go into the weekend. And of course, Chief Meteorologist Wes Wyatt will have those updates regarding those rain chances as we go into the upcoming weekend.
All right, Matt, well, as the weather warms up, doctors are reminding us that it is time to check yourself for ticks out there. With this warm weather, we got to watch out for the ticks and the diseases that come along with those. And we actually have some information here as we listen in from a doctor with some good tips.
The timing is very important because most ticks are not able to transmit anything within 24 to 48 hours. If the tick is removed promptly, sometimes we don't even give anything, no antibiotics, right? And if the tick stays on the body for a while, there are a couple illnesses that can happen.
Deer and dog ticks can vary illnesses with potential serious complications if they're left on the body for too long. Infectious diseases, Rocky Mountain spotted fever, Lyme disease. It's important to always be extra careful. All these turkey hunters out there, just be extra careful with this weather warming up. All right, so we're talking about showers and storms impacting the area right now through the overnight into tomorrow, and we'll have more on that and the colder temperatures. Plus, we're going beyond the 7-day forecast to talk about the long range. That's next in First Alert Weather Extra. Stay with us.
Every morning on Good Day Alabama, we know the news that matters the most to you is the news that hits closest to home.
And we know that to tell the best story means going to where the story is. That's why having more reporters in more places is so essential.
Giving you more local stories that impact your family, your school, and your safety.
On air, online, and on the app.
That's the advantage of having the most reporters on your side. That's the advantage of Good Day Alabama.
I hear from people all the time with questions about health care, their insurance, and the safety of certain treatments. I'm Morgan Hightower, and I investigate these stories because if I were being taken advantage of, or if my family couldn't get the help they needed, I would want to know how to take action. That's why WBRC Fox 6 News investigates. We're on your side, getting answers, keeping you informed and safe. Contact us when you need a team on your side.
Get pinpoint locations down to your street level on the First Alert Weather app. You can download by searching WBRC in your app store. That's accuracy you can plan on.
I hear from people all the time having problems with their landlord or worried about being ripped off by a bad business. I'm Josh Gann, and I investigate stories like these because if I had questions about protecting my finances or how to save more money, I would want the best advice available. That's why WBRC Fox 6 News investigates. We're on your side, getting answers, keeping you informed and safe. Contact us when you need a team on your side.
Get First Alert weather and breaking news. Follow us on Twitter. Search at WBRC News.
Get First Alert weather and breaking news. Follow us on Facebook. Search at WBRC News.
All right, welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra, tracking some of those showers and storms out there. Wanted to take you over to our radar here as we check out where the rain's falling. Right now, these storms to the north have weakened into Walker County, but we got some rain happening in Jasper, a little bit of wet weather, heavier rain around Utah. This is where the strongest storm at the moment's located. It's non-severe, but there could be some very heavy rain and some intense lightning right now around Utah. You can see moving in here from the west direction, crossing Interstate 20 out around the exit. There's Highway 14 around the Green Track exit, and you can see Akron back towards the Melton area and Havana here in Hale County getting some heavier rainfall. Coleman, some showers, and that extends back up towards Faultville and in the Tennessee Valley, but nothing too extreme at the moment. The forecast radar shows this kind of struggling to hold together. I still think some of this rain is going to reach us around Birmingham, Coleman, back towards Centerville, and even though the radar shows that kind of falling apart, there's still a chance we could get some more development during the overnight. And I just want to stress, this is not going to be a major rain producer for us. And we were talking about this last week. This system all along, it's produced some storms to the west, and anywhere you get a storm, you can easily get a quick inch of rain. But where we don't have the storms, most areas, well, a lot of spots won't see a lot of rainfall. But in the morning, a greater chance when we start the day. A lot of this is over eastern parts of the area and south of Birmingham. So here across West Alabama, I think as we go into the day tomorrow, it's mainly going to be dry for a lot of locations. This starts to move out quickly by late morning, and the rest of the day, north wind takes over, and some sunshine could break out into the afternoon as that temperature rises close to 70 degrees. It may end up being a nice, very nice afternoon for a walk and for the evening, but it is going to be chilly out there. Big story for Wednesday, cold start to the day. Look at that, 30s and 40s out there. Maybe a little bit of frost around in the early morning to the far north, but for most areas, I don't expect a heavy frost or freezing temperatures, but far north, maybe in a far north Alabama, that could be a concern. But notice Hamilton 39, Center 39. That's above frost territory, but certainly chilly conditions to start the day, and 40s again Thursday morning. But the days warm up quickly. You can see highs back in the 80s. And looking at the weekend, there's a chance that we could see a stray shower or storm Saturday. Most areas will be warm and dry on Saturday. And then for Sunday, a chance for showers and storms, a few scattered showers and storms. That chance, though, is rather hit or miss. So a lot of areas will stay dry through the weekend. If you're wondering, well, I need to water the garden, water the lawn this weekend, I'd plan on it. Can't promise we'll see a lot of rain, but the chance for some scattered wet weather will be in there through early next week as moisture levels start to pick up. So far, the muggy meter really hasn't been a big factor for us, so the temperatures have been quite reflective of actually what you see on the temperature map there over the next few days. But I want to bring in meteorologist Lauren Linehan. And Lauren, we're talking about that chance for a little bit of rain for the weekend. It's nice to at least see some chance of rain. It seemed for a while there we might be setting into a very dry pattern, but what are you seeing in the long range?
Yeah, Wes, well, like you said, as we look ahead to the weekend, we could be seeing the potential for some unsettled weather. Bottom line, rain and storms in the forecast at times. And as we look ahead beyond the 7-day, this is Tuesday morning. It is showcasing maybe there could still be a couple of showers around with that unsettled stretch of weather that could begin as early as this upcoming Sunday. But as we go forward in time here and look to next Wednesday, Thursday time frame, it still looks like we could be seeing some unsettled stormy weather in the forecast. So the potential for maybe a wetter pattern at times. It's not necessarily going to be a deluge all day long, but you just have to factor into your plans that maybe with this active pattern, you're going to have to deal with a chance of rain each day. Now, as we look ahead to next weekend, one interesting thing, yes, maybe some showers around. Look at this. We've got potentially another push of cooler air, and this is going to be one of our first full weekends in May when we could be seeing a cold front coming through that may keep high temperatures in the 60s by next Saturday. So I know we've been really spoiled with this warm weather here recently, but we're not really seeing the signs that spring has officially transitioned into summer. Not quite there yet. We're still seeing the potential for a few cool snaps in the forecast. The good news is, as we look ahead to next weekend, it does look like it could be on the dry side. Now, as we look at that temperature outlook over the next 6 to 10 days, even though we are potentially seeing a little cool down in the forecast, overall it does look like the dominant pattern once we get past this next cold front is going to be featuring above average temperatures. So we could be seeing some more 80s in the forecast. Our average high around this time of the year is right around 77 degrees. So you can see for the early part of next week at least, we would have a nice stretch there again, 6 to 10 days from now of some warmer
weather. It's once we get past maybe the middle of next week and head into next weekend that cool down could come in the forecast and maybe only put high temperatures in the 60s. But of course, you're probably wondering, oh no, do I have to worry about frost again, even as we go into May? Well, hopefully that won't be the case, but we are looking at going into next weekend the potential for those chilly temperatures. So we're certainly going to have to keep an eye on this, Wes, if we could be seeing temperatures getting down maybe into the 30s in some of our northern spots. Don't even want to speak that into existence. I know my tropical plants would really love for that not to happen.
Yeah, I always say, you know, the blackberry winter. You have to watch out for that in the month of May. This weekend, by the way, I know we're talking about the chance for some showers, some storms Saturday into Sunday. Looks like if we do see a few scattered areas of rain, that would favor western parts of the area, just based on what we're seeing with respect to what areas this weekend could see maybe a shower or storm. That's based on some of the latest data. We've got more coming up. We'll check in with Mickey. He's got the Good Day Alabama out the door forecast for our Tuesday morning. We'll have that for you and check in on some forecasts for events happening around the area. Stay with us.
Getting live breaking news and local updates has never been easier. That's because we're on your side with the WBRC streaming app. Need updates between newscasts? You can catch up quick here. And when we're live on TV, we're live here too, giving you more ways to get caught up with everything happening where you live. Plus, exclusive videos from your First Alert weather team. It's easy to use and it's free. Just search WBRC on your Roku, Amazon Fire, or Apple TV. WBRC Fox 6 News is on your side.
You've got enough to worry about every day. That's why the First Alert weather team is on your side, so you can plan with confidence and take the worry out of weather. With exclusive First Alert AccuTrack, we pinpoint storms before they arrive. And with Weather Every 6, you are always informed. Alabama's weather changes fast, but we're working even faster, updating and alerting you first. We know your plans are important. This is why we First Alert.
Every morning on Good Day Alabama, we're on your side, trying to get you where you're going safely. First Alert Traffic updates you on slowdowns and gives you alternate routes. Having more reporters covering the roads you drive on gives you even more info to help you know more about why it happened and when it will be cleared. On air, online, and on the app. That's the advantage of having the most reporters on your side. That's the advantage of Good Day Alabama.
I get calls and emails all the time from people wanting to know how cities, counties, and the state are spending their tax dollars. I'm Jennifer Horton, and I investigate how your tax dollars are being used because I don't want your money or mine wasted or fraudulently spent by politicians in power. That's why WBRC Fox 6 News investigates. We're on your side, following the paper trail, asking the tough questions, and giving you the facts. Contact us when you need a team on your side.
All right, time to check in with our friend Mickey Ferguson for a look at the forecast heading out tomorrow morning. Also some events happening around the area.
Hey, let's start out with a look at our sunrise times. Now today, the sun rose at 6:05 in the morning, but check it out. The days are getting longer. By May the 25th, we have a sunrise at 5:40 in the morning, and by June 25th, we're talking 5:38 in the morning. So kind of cool. Hey, what should you wear tomorrow? Well, I'd pay attention to the weather. We could still see some showers, maybe a few thunderstorms early in the morning. So about 7 a.m., you could still dress for, you know, relatively nice conditions, other than you need an umbrella and a rain jacket, and pay attention to your First Alert weather app if you're going to be outside for any length of time. So the kids at the bus stop tomorrow morning could see some scattered showers, maybe a few thunderstorms, but they should stay below severe limits, about 60 degrees at 7 a.m., and just slowly warming up tomorrow. Eventually, after the noontime hour, the sun looks like it's coming back out. The rain should end, but temperatures tomorrow about 15 degrees cooler than they're expected to be today. Hey, we've got Alabama at Samford taking on in baseball. This is tomorrow at 6 p.m. Start out with sunshine at 6 p.m. and then cooling off into the low 60s, 66 to 60 degrees. during that game. And then Miranda Lambert, she is in concert at Tuscaloosa Amphitheater. This is Wednesday with sunshine right at 7 p.m. at 62 degrees, cooling off at 54 degrees by 10 p.m. So a good evening. Hey, if you are going to be out and about at these different events, just again, pay attention to your First Alert weather app. It'll let you know if there's any rain or storms nearby. And when you're at these events, if you'll scroll down to the bottom of your First Alert weather app, you'll see a place there where you can submit photos, and we can share some of those right here on Weather Extra.
Well, the SpaceX capsule returned today. I actually shared a post on my Facebook page. You could see the trajectory was right across the southeast and landing near Jacksonville, Florida. But a trio of SpaceX passengers leaving the International Space Station yesterday. The trip was only supposed to be about 3 days, but because of weather issues, they stayed 17 days. And it was private astronauts. Businessmen paid $55 million to travel to the International Space Station. This is Elon Musk's space company's second private charter flight there, but you can see that landing successfully there. If it was nighttime, there's a chance even from places like Red Mountain in Birmingham, we might have been able to see the capsule there crossing the horizon. Last time we saw the capsule that landed in the Gulf, we had a lot of reports there from the Gulf Coast, but we'll try to keep you posted next time we find out that there's going to be one of those re-entries. We can share that with you. But speaking of the return of some rain in our forecast, that's what we're going to be tracking for you tonight. The latest on the rain for tomorrow morning and what we expect, that's coming up on the news at 9, 9:30, and 10. Certainly hope you can join us on WBRC Fox 6 News later this evening. Have a great Monday night.